Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIKWM France Deck G45 game with Montu, Doe Academy, and Gray. You should check those guys out. I'll link their Twitches in the video description. I'm trying to play while finishing a game of Magic at the same time, and it's a struggle. Looking at the first pile, this pack is like pretty atrocious. I'm not sure what I should take here. I like Storehouse Minder. I think I'm like one of the few people that do. I think Zipper Maker is okay. Horseman is okay. Probably Zipper Maker is just like an overall solid card. I'm trying to finish a game of Magic, and I don't want to just concede because it's I'm playing ranked draft, so it would be nice to get the points here. But I think I'm pretty dead. This guy's actually running Blow Your House Down, so that feels bad. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, GG. Alright, Magic is over. I actually made a couple pretty key mistakes, which unfortunate. Yeah, I'm playing draft. I got a Yorvo, which is nice. I opened blue, but then I kind of switched into green because I got a couple lucky clovers. I think they're pretty good. Not sure. This deck is like not great because like blue green is not a great archetype, but my lucky clovers can do some stupid stuff, and I have a lot of card draw. So. Hey, there's your Magic aside for the day. And I took a whole bunch of adventure creatures because adventure creatures are fun. So that's pretty much what I do when I'm playing games that are not Magic. Is I play Agricola. I play Magic. So well, I saw a pretty bad pack one, so I'm wondering if I should take Humble Farm Boy here. Because, yeah, that first pack was pretty uninspiring. Clay Hat Builder is fine. The rest of these cards are fine. But, yeah, I think I'm taking Humble Farm Boy here. And if I don't see some more inspiring stuff, then this could be a Humble Farm Boy game. The other thing is I don't usually mind playing Humble Farm Boy even if I'm not going to get the points, because it's a card that very often like if you win it, you're not always in a position to win the game, just because usually the people that can play a lot of cards are usually the ones that have a lot of actions, can do a lot of stuff. This pick, I like Bricklayer, especially we saw that Clay Hut Builder, so there's some combinations there. Plowman is fine. Cowboy and Mother is a kind of interesting. Cowboy and Mother could benefit with Humble Farm Boy because you don't play all that many cards. I think I'd like to see something else though in addition to Cowboy and Mother. I could Bricklayer or Plowman. You know what? I think I'm gonna Cowboy and Mother here. Let's take it and see. We might not play it, but any pick that we is kind of like in some situations really good and then in a bunch of other situations not great. I think those are cards that I'm okay taking if I'm gonna play Humble Farm Boy. Like I'm okay with having a few cards with very narrow uses. Alex says, what game is this? Looks fun. It's Magic the Gathering Arena. It's their like new online implementation. I didn't play. I knew the rules for Magic. Like I had friends in school that played them, and so I knew the rules, but I wasn't any good, so it wasn't that fun playing with them because they were kind of obsessed. But I got into Hearthstone when Hearthstone came out, because Hearthstone was a lot more similar to Pokemon for me. Like I played the Pokemon trading card game as a kid, like as at a very low level. I mean, most of my friends that I played with didn't really know how to use energies or anything, but I'm not sure if Master Fencer goes with Cowboy and Mother or not, because I'm not really sure how effectively Cowboy and Mother gets to a stone house. But I think that's the pick I'll take here, is Master Fencer. Merchant Plowman is also a possibility because it lets me plow easier. But I think Master Fencer looks pretty cool. Yeah, I like Hearthstone too. Yeah, so I played Hearthstone when it came out because I was really into Blizzard at the time. I was playing a ton of StarCraft 2 and playing a lot of. I played a lot of Overwatch when it came out. Basically, all the new Blizzard titles, except for Heroes of the Storm, I played a lot of when they came out. Yeah, so I liked Hearthstone. I played a lot of Hearthstone Arena and kind of learned a little bit from that. And so then recently, when Nathan and I and our other roommate, when we went to California, we did a Magic draft because we were like, oh, that'd be cool, sure, like it'd be fun to check out. And Nathan had never played Magic before, so he didn't play in our first draft, but then he played in our second draft. It did really well, and come back, and that's what we've been playing. Is we've been playing drafts. Stonebreaker, I don't think so. Groupie. Problem with Cowboy and Mother is it actually anti-combos with Groupie. So I think I probably Storehouse Minder here. Storehouse Minder to get a couple extra stone and reed to renovate to Cowboy with to my stone house quicker with Master Fencer. I think that's probably the direction we'll go. And then Wood Carver will trigger a whole bunch of times for Master Fencer. Yeah. Parquet Setter, Wood Carver. I wouldn't mind Parquet Setter here, but I'm not going to build individual rooms, so I think Wood Carver is probably a bit better. And then this pick... Hasty Trader is not really good if I stay on two people. I've never played this football player guy, but maybe I'll have time to. Oh, Nathan is my Nathan is the friend that I've sometimes do the learning videos, the training videos with him. My roommate. Alex says I had to mute Montu. Too many of us talking at the same time. Well, you picked the right person to keep unmuted. So this is an interesting choice here, but it's not really that interesting. Pumpkin Trellis makes Master Fencer kind of obsolete. Like I don't really need anything else with Pumpkin Trellis. And I'm gonna get a good card back here. I'm gonna get like Duck Pond or Artist Garden or Camembert back. Any of those three I would be happy with. Yeah, screw those guys. Just as long as you don't mute me. So yeah, so I played a bunch of Hearthstone and wasn't good, but learned a little bit about card games and stuff. So then when we went back to playing Magic, it was like, okay, be kind of know a little bit more now, so it'd be more fun. And especially when we were in California, one of our friends was there from Japan, and he really liked Magic, so he was really keen to do a draft. So we were like, okay, cool, we'll do a draft. And we had a really good time and had a lot of fun doing it. So then when we came home, we started, like, we all downloaded Arena and started playing Arena, and, you know, have been kind of obsessed for a little while. Yeah, Arena's great, so if you want to learn Magic, Arena's a good way to do it. And then I played like Arena for like a month or two and was like, okay, this is pretty fun. And then the school nearby was hosting like a pre-release event, so I went and did that, and everyone was really friendly. So I've been doing a little bit of offline drafts and stuff. So it's weird that it's cool now because of Stranger Things. Is it? I've never watched Stranger Things. It was always cool. Do what you like. That's my philosophy. This draft is going a bit slow, probably because these guys are all talking through all their picks. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here talking about Magic and Hearthstone. Ooh. This could be a Stonehouse extension game. Stonehouse extension is 3 points, but it means Cowboy and Mother doesn't get to trigger anymore once it's out. But what I could do is set up the whole game, like use my Cowboy and Mother. Part of the problem with taking Pumpkin Trellis was definitely that Cowboy and Mother wants room to hold the animals before Pumpkin Trellis would be out. So that's a bit of a problem. I think what I do here is I take Stonehouse extension and see what comes back to me. I think Stonehouse extension gives me a lot of flexibility about what I can do. Do I writing desk here? Writing desk with Humble Farm Boy seems kind of like it might not make a whole bunch of sense, but might be the pick. I don't think I want Syrup Tap. Not if I am going to try to run out of stone. Like the other thing is I could forgo Pumpkin Trellis, go to a Stone House to trigger Master, like build normally, go to a Stone House, trigger Master Fencer. Like the Storehouse Minder can help me run out of stone even if I don't play Cowboy and Mother. That's a possibility. I think Writing Desk is probably the best card there. Because I could do it that way. I could just say, I don't need Pumpkin Trellis, and or like I could use Pumpkin Trellis for only like 2 fences. I could use it as a point and fences that I wanted to build anyways kind of action, like in round 13, for example. I'm not sure. I'm actually not totally committed to Cowboy and Mother here. That Stonehouse extension I think gives me a lot more options, because what I could do is I could build normally, go to a stone house as quickly as I can. Storehouse Minder will help me with that, help me get the reed and the stone that I need. And then once I'm in stone, then I can start Master Fencering, which Master Fencer saves on wood, which is nice, especially with Wood Carver. Like I can really like 1 wood for 3 fences per round kind of thing. That would be pretty good. And I think that would work. Wood Carver plus Master Fencer. I'm not paying. You're not paying the cost directly. Oh no. Let's look up in the compendium for Wood Carver. See if there's any similar cards. One wood less for each of the following. An improvement. Yeah, you know what? I bet Master Fencer and Wood Carver might not work together actually, which is a pain. So that's a point in favor of Pumpkin Trellis, and Pumpkin Trellis needs help. I don't have any help for Pumpkin Trellis yet. So Heavy Plow is kind of interesting because Cowboy and Mother can get me cattle. So I think I'll take Heavy Plow here. I don't really want anything else. And then so I don't really have any cheap miners, but I think that's okay. I think I can take Canoe here. Canoe's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, like Zipper Maker is fine. Cowboy and Mother is fine. Like, I'm not really sure what I should do here. The Stonehouse extension is very interesting to me. And especially with that heavy plow grab. Now that I have heavy plow, making 2 fields should be quite easy because all I need is 2 cattle, and then 2 cattle is enough that I can plow with 1 action. Plow 2 fields with 1 action. And it means that my plowing should be very easy because I only need 2 plow actions to get to 5 or 6 fields. So, what do I take here? Stone Giant is kind of interesting, but I have a lot of stone costs already. Um, Rock Garden I think is a little too slow. Muddy Land I can take, or Gold Medal I can take. Gold Medal, I don't know, I could do pastures or fields, whatever, something easy. Or I could do Muddy Land, which would get me a bunch of clay when I do the heavy plow play. I think I like Muddy Land here because if I miss the timing on it, then it's something for Humble Farm Boy. And if I hit the timing on it, then I've got a ton of clay, which hard to say that getting a ton of clay will be bad. I don't use the... oh, are you talking about Maruska's power extension that shows you the power of each card? I don't use that. No, I try to try as much as I can to go off of my own knowledge. Yeah. No, I've tried not to. Like, I look at them pretty often, so. Is it Doe Academy? So he streams at Doe Academy, not Doe McDoeface? Because that's when he chats, he uses a different account. Yeah. I guess I'll just take Dingy. Dingy is not a played card, so it's okay with Cowboy and Mother. Although it's kind of anti-combo with Canoe. Oh, he changed his account. Okay, cool. I'll have to make sure I host that new account. I don't host. So yeah, Montu is twitch.tv/gamermontu. Doe Academy is twitch.tv/Doe Academy. Gray is twitch.tv/Gray0, GRAEY0. I don't know if Gray is actually streaming or not, but. See, I'm not sure how committed I am to the Cowboy and Mother, honestly. The thing is... Okay, so like the 4th stage is like pretty key, because the 4th stage is when you want to be playing your pumpkin trellis. The thing is, I probably already want to have plowed 2 fields, which means I probably would like my heavy plow in play already, which means I would probably like to have collected 2 cattle and kept them. So how am I going to get 2 cattle and keep them without fencing is the question. I could just do a fence of 4, and the thing about pumpkin trellis is pumpkin trellis fencing 4 and then fencing the rest with pumpkin trellis is fine. It will cost me an action to do that. So like I would do. Gray asked the same question I did. So yeah, if I'm gonna heavy plow, yeah, I'm still not sure what I should be doing here. I think we'll see how the game goes, see what the cards the other players play. The fact that I didn't get any help for vegetable is definitely a bit of a problem, because it means that in stage 3 I need an action for vegetable, and then probably round 10 I need an action for vegetable as well. And if I only have 2 actions per round, having to take vegetable twice, it's gonna like signal clear as day that I have pumpkin trellis, which opens me to getting blocked pretty hard. What's my dream scenario? What When would I Stonehouse Extension? I guess my dream scenario is start player Stonehouse Extension round 12 to get family, and then I can family growth with my second action, and then round 13 I could family growth or plow sow with my heavy plow. But ideally I would like plow sow round 14, because if I have 2 cattle, yeah, if I can set myself up so that I have 2 cattle to heavy plow once and then 4 cattle to heavy plow the second time, that's 5 fields right there off of 2 plow actions. Alex says, to me, Cowboy and Mother looks horrific. It's an interesting card. I'll put it that way. It's definitely an interesting card. It's not universally good. Do I play Humble Farm Boy here? Is playing Humble Farm Boy better than anything else? Let's get it out of the way. Like, I have 2 passing miners in hand, which is good with Humble Farm Boy. I have Writing Desk though, and Writing Desk lets me play a lot of occupations, and usually you don't want to play a lot of Ox if you're going to play Humble Farm Boy, or go for the bonus at least. I don't know. Going for cheap occupation here seems fine, especially if Gray lets me get 2 clay back, because after I get 2 clay, then I only need a Reedstone food action to hit the Storehouse Binder, so that seems fine. Although I guess I don't need to be too careful about getting the clay from the Storehouse Minder, because every time I've played Storehouse Minder, I've picked up the resources without incrementing the clay at all. However, this might be a game where turning that clay into another clay might be relevant for my renovating, if the timing on my renovating is really tight. Montu plays Delivery Man. So I get 2 clay. How do I play this game? I think I play Cowboy and Mother. I think I do. I think I play Cowboy and Mother and go up to a stone house. Well, I don't have to rush to a stone house, but go to play Cowboy and Mother and set up a heavy plow pumpkin trellis, and then I can Stonehouse Extension. So I'll want to get a cooking hearth because I'll want to be able to eat the breeding pair of cattle. Yeah, it's a card with a very narrow use. I will say that, Alex. Very narrow use. Well, not narrow use, but it's a card that the situations it's good in, it can be really good, but it can also be really bad. To read here, I don't really want to play another occupation until I play Cowboy and maybe I should have played. I could have played Woodcarver there. If I play. I could have played Woodcarver, because then I could second action start player Canoe. Yeah, maybe that was the right move. I don't know. 2 read. What do I want the 2 read for? Maybe I don't play Storehouse Minder. I mean, that's an option. Not playing Storehouse Minder is an option. Doe Academy is playing start player syrup tap. I understand wanting to get your syrup tap out ASAP, but certainly start player when you're already start player can be suboptimal, which Montu is reacting to. Yeah, like the thing is, if I play Cowboy and Mother, I'm not going to play enough improvements that Woodcarver will be relevant. I mean, it'll still be a couple food, but not a huge amount. Gray plays Farm School Graduate. Good card. Very good card. So we'll take food. We'll fish because we don't want anyone else getting on fishing. We want to be able to play canoe and reliably have a fishing action, not worry about having to compete. So now I can afford to play 2 more occupations before the round 1 harvest, or the stage 1 harvest, just as long as they both cost 1 food. So I can play Cowboy and Mother and Woodcarver, for example. I'll play Woodcarver first. If I play Woodcarver first, there's a chance First Family Growth falls into my lap, in which case I don't need to play Cowboy and Mother. And if First Family Growth is going to fall into my lap, I should definitely play around that. Which, I mean, Gray needs a read action, but Gray also needs a bunch of food. Doe Academy is a couple actions away. Doe Academy will definitely take wood with their second action if they can. But it is a bit interesting that they took Reedstone food there. Because what they really want is 2 read by my evaluation. Montu is a couple moves away. Montu, we might see Montu Reno instead of building wood rooms with the Bricklayer Delivery Man, and the fact that we know the Clay House Builder is out there. I could take Clay here. No, you know what? I'm going to take Clay with my second action. Oh no, I have to take Clay with my first action because of Delivery Man. So if I want the first fireplace here, I have to do that. I have to chase the cat out because she's going to chew on my computer cables. Yeah, I don't know. I think the 2 clay is fine. Oh man, the fact that it comes out before Doe Academy. Doe Academy is very sad. They wanted Hill Bandit out before the first fireplace for sure. Boot saying Twitch.tv is laggy. My internet must be bad. Who's start player? Montu? Montu start player Duck Pond. So do I want to pass Montu 6 wood? Not really. Okay, I guess we're not playing Cowboy and Mother. We're just probably playing a normal game. Maybe normal game where we try to trigger Master Fencer as quickly as we can, but I don't know. Because I have a lot of food here. I have access to the first sheep grab. I have a bunch of food, and I have access to the first family growth, to the first room. So maybe we just go for that. Like Montu first action builds, so actually Gray can force me into a tough situation by building a fireplace or a cooking hearth. If they do I take 3 sheep or do I take the room? I probably take the sheep, because the sheep leaves me open to still playing cowboy and mother. I am in a good spot. You're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like my plans have been changed, but my plans have been changed because good actions have come to me, and just the sequence the game is taking is that if first family growth falls into your lap, that's usually a good situation to be in. So I'm not going to complain about that at all. Okay, so we're very fortunate. Gray decided not to press the issue on the animals, so I'm going to build a room and forget about cowboy and mother. Because I got muddy land, I got canoe, I got dinghy, I've got writing desk, I got tons of stuff I can do on the start player space in stage 2. And I have access to great feeding, so I think we're looking fine. We're looking fine. The only question now is, does Master Fencer go off at all, or do I try for Pumpkin Trellis? If I can get the first room and hit Pumpkin Trellis, I'd be in a very good spot, I think. So who needs Cowboy and Mother? I guess my minors that I took are not necessarily Cowboy and Mother friendly, because usually Cowboy and Mother wants defense before the end of round 9, because round 9 is when you get your second cattle, and you want to allow those cattle to breed. Doe Academy's got Dragonfly Pond. Montu is not going to be happy with Doe Academy. I mean, Dragonfly Pond is pretty good, but really weird card. Are you talking about Cowboy and Mother? Yeah, Cowboy and Mother is it's great. It's great. If you think about its payoff, like, okay, if you think about what does a person give you? A person will use its like a family member is just a vehicle to get points, right? A family member is represents actions. And what actions are going to be better than 4 food, 2 cattle, 2 boar, 3 fields, right? That's like what a family member could do theoretically each round. Now, you would say, well, a family member would get 4 food from 2 actions, and you could get a third if you grow your family. Well, Cowboy and Mother, you don't have to pay for that family member, right? So that's kind of the way I look at it. I could be greedy with my sheep here, because it's very likely that I don't have to first action growth. I can first action take animals here, unless of course Gray plays like Thatcher or something. But barring that, I think we're okay to Woodcarver here, Occupation Woodcarver. Because Woodcarver will save us when we play our miners on start player. So Gray clearly has Mendicant, plays Visiting Quarryman and begs 2. So obviously has Mendicant. Cowboy and Mother is good in a game with round 7 family growth. That's the other appeal of Cowboy and Mother. So we'll take 4 sheep with our first action. And already we have our food set for our second harvest, so looks pretty good. Second action, start player, but we're not sad start playering on this board because this board sucks. There's just not a lot of good actions here. So then I could play writing desk, I could play canoe, I could play muddy land, I could play dinghy. I would probably like to hold dinghy until I can like start player dinghy into canoe. Like I'd probably play canoe first, and then I can get like a really monster action on fishing. If I say I grow first in round 6, by round 7 I'll have the last action of the round, and if say fishing doesn't get taken, I could play dinghy into first action, grabbing some nice wood off of fishing, plus triggering my canoe. Something like that. Montu builds a room, so not immediately going for the clay hut builder. Might still have taken it, but not immediately. Ooh, Gray is playing grain cart here. I would imagine this is Renault grain cart. Yeah, interesting. So Gray can go for a clay room instead of a regular room. And I don't have to start player here because I am able to stable block. So this looks like a good opportunity to do something that is not start player. And I'll take fishing here. And just really hoard grain. Or hoard food, I think. Yeah, that seems okay. There's nothing really I want to do with my second action. Oh, what am I saying? Montu still has one more move. Well, that might have been a big blunder. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, Montu has another action still. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, maybe I can convince Montu not to grow in round 7. Hey, family growth didn't come till round 7, which actually means Cowboy and Mother is better in this game than it would have been otherwise. Montu start player Sawhorse. Yeah, I'm certainly less sad considering family growth is coming as late as it did. With my humble farm boy not spamming miners is maybe a marginally better, but yeah, that was a mistake. I've just not, you know what? I don't know how long it's been since I've been in that position. Not that long. That's a fundamental skill, and I have no idea why it totally vacated me on. And I even knew, I said, I have to start player here. But then for some reason I was like, oh, Doe Academy is start player. I have action priority over Montu. Well, Montu still had a room action to take start player with. So what am I doing? I think we'll set ourselves up to build another room. I think that's what we'll do. We'll 4 wood into 2 reed here. And honestly, our feeding situation is quite good. I'm happy about that. Montu probably has to 3 food traveling players here. Or maybe upgrade their simple fireplace to a cooking hearth. But that's a bit more risky, because then there's a chance that I take 4 food from them. Yeah, that happens. I mean, people make mistakes. I don't even know what I was thinking. And that's one that I can't ask to take back, because I've seen that Montu is going to start player, and that's not fair. It's not fair for me to ask to take back when I've gained, because then they could say, "Oh, you were just waiting to see if Montu is going to start player or not." Which, no, I just forgot about that being a thing. I could play Cowboy and Mother here. Cowboy and Mother is not restricted to 2 rooms. It's only restricted based on your family members. So I could play Cowboy and Mother to get access to the cattle earlier than normal, which would support my heavy plow. And that might not actually be a bad move, because yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go absolutely crazy here. I don't know what I'm doing. Plus food. So what I'll do is I'll fence in round 7, because you know what? I'm not going to get family growth until round 10 now, because Gray, like the way the family growth queue should work is that I'm not going to be able to family growth until round 10. So I'm going to get 2 cattle. I'm going to use this Cowboy and Mother to get me a food and 2 cattle. And That 2 cattle will be really strong with my heavy plow. Alex says, definitely watching your stream not muted. Very entertaining. Thank you. Yeah, because I have no idea what I'm doing here. So now Doe Academy is saying, if I don't start player, there's a chance that William will lean into his cowboy and mother and not start player as well. And they are right. They are totally right. I could sunk cost fallacy say, oh, you know what? I played cowboy and mother. Who needs to grow 2 rounds earlier? But probably the correct move would be to grow 2 rounds earlier. Doe Academy says, I don't trust any of you, which is absolutely the correct response to have to the way I am playing this game. Round 4, build a room into round 6, cowboy and mother. Man, I would be so, like, if someone else was doing this, I would just be like, what are they doing? I think we can make it work. And with Stonehouse Extension, we can do some really, like, crazy stuff here. So I think what we do is do we need this wood grab? I don't know if I need the wood grab. Because instead of a wood grab, I could fence and then take sheep. I think I'm going to fence either way. And I only need to pay 5 wood for my fencing, because the rest of my fencing can come from pumpkin trellis. So I don't know if I need this wood grab, actually. If this is my last wood, this might be my last wood grab of the game. I might not need any wood after this. Lumen says, is this the first quad streamed game? There've definitely been tri-streamed games. I don't know about quad streamed games. This might be the first. The nice thing about this game is because it's so nonsensical, I have no interest in playing any more occupations, which definitely is good for my humble farm boy. Yeah. I think this could work. Like, I have a ton of food. Alex is saying she needs more ears. I'm interested in Gray. I'm sure Gray will take 3 reed, because if Gray takes 3 reed, they can double build. So I want to play heavy plow, and I want to take vegetable twice. Okay, so what are my actions to set up my start player pumpkin trellis round 11, or potentially family growth pumpkin trellis round 11? I need to probably start player heavy plow at some point, either in round 10 or round 9. I need 2 vegetable actions. I need the heavy plow is not worth 2 fields until round 10, because I don't get the cattle until the end of round 9. So I think what I should be doing is I should be planning on not growing in round 10, but maybe growing in round 11. That might be the way that this makes the most sense. So Gray just builds 1 room. That's actually quite surprising to me. I expected Gray to build more. So I'm going to fence 6 and only pay 5. And then I feed 4. And then I get a F, C, and M. Yeah, I imagine the other guy's reactions to my play is entertaining. Great plays. Occupation Miller. So this will probably play clay oven. Stone oven. Okay, stone oven. Oh, great combo. Miller plus grain cart. Excellent combo. So now the grain space is 8 food and a grain. Or 4 food and 2 grain. Excellent combo. That solves all their feeding for the rest of the game very nicely. So vegetable came here, which is good. Definitely wanted vegetable here. So does anyone remember heavy plow? If someone remembers heavy plow, that might help them understand and predict. And this is a game where if you can predict what I'm going to do, you'll have an edge over the other players because what I'm doing is otherwise nonsensical. I like visiting Quarryman with Farm School Graduate as well because you just feel like, oh man, I didn't even use an action to play Visiting Quarry. I gained 2 actions, yeah. Forgetting that you also had to pay the food, but... Should I take 4 reed here? And build more rooms? Maybe I should do that. 4 reed and then take vegetable? Yeah, I could do that. Gray's playing Camembert. No. Reed Pond. Okay. Reed Pond is a nice card. Yeah, taking the 3 sheep would be nice, but it's just 6 food, and the cattle, I'm holding the cattle anyways, and I have 8 food on the board already, so I think I skip out on the food and take the reed. Should I do that, or should I take the reed? Yeah, should I take the reed? Yeah, I think I'll take the reed. Growing more seems good, and who needs to play Stonehouse Extension when I can just build wood rooms? Because there seems to be a lot of wood available this game. Like, lots of great wood actions have been available. And 4 reed pays for my another wood room plus double reno, so... Yes, confuse them more, yeah. No! No! I refuse to acknowledge that as true, Lumen. It's only value is doing ridiculous stuff like forgetting to start player round 5. It's the only time it's playable. Okay, this is kind of a problem. Doe Academy is going to be able to grow ahead again. So I guess it's not really a problem. I knew I needed to start player heavy plow. Because Doe Academy plays Farm Steward with the well. Nice play. 2 excellent things rolled into 1. Building the well is excellent, and playing Farm Steward is excellent. Yeah, Farm Steward with Guild Hall, that's pretty cool. Reno, play a major, play Farm Steward all in 1 action. Pretty good. Gray has already start player, so I'm going to have to first action start player next round. So how do I get... Is it still possible for me to Pumpkin Trellis? I think I have to pick between Pumpkin Trellis and the sheep. I probably can't do both. I don't think I'll have time. So I can vegetable twice and pass up on the sheep. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because my first action round 10 will have to be family growth. So if my first action round 10 is going to be family growth, it can't be Pumpkin Trellis. I just won't have had the time to play everything. But it could be Muddyland, and then plow a bunch, and then do other stuff. Okay, so yeah, maybe... Yeah, spam your play wells in chat. Yeah, that's right. And I'll grab a cattle here. So maybe Pumpkin Trellis coming in round 12 is acceptable. Maybe it doesn't have to come in round 11. So first action, start player heavy plow round 9. Save a wood. Yeah, and then I could still build another room. Because the nice thing about my Muddy Land Heavy Plow combo is that Muddy Land will get me 4 clay, which is enough to reno my house with 1 action. So that's pretty appealing. Yeah, Pumpkin Trellis round 11 is always the dream, but playing it 1 round later might be fine with how much wood seems to be available. I don't know, we'll see. If I could still pull it off, that would be nice, but how could I pull it off? Like, I would have to take vegetable round 9 and round 10. I could take vegetable round 9, round 10. I can plow 2 in round 10, and then I can sow and then pumpkin trellis round 11. But I think probably better than that will be getting a family growth action in, and then pumpkin trellis comes 1 round later, and I think that'll be fine. Gray's playing Camembert. Be interested to see where he puts the food. Put it on vegetable. Vegetable! Grain, reedstone food, 4 clay. Okay. Not anywhere I want it to be. Alright. Here it comes. So then on family growth, I'll play Muddy Land, I think. I could play Dinghy. If there's 5 food on fishing, I can think about Dinghy. But I'm pretty sure I want to play Muddy Land, because Muddy Land saves me a full action of taking clay. And the pottery's gone, and I've already built fireplace, so I really have no interest in... Actually, you know what? I could build a clay room. Maybe I'll do that. Because 2 plow actions gets me 8 clay, which is enough to reno and build a clay room. So maybe I'll do that instead of building another wood room. Because in order to get another wood room, I'd have to spend 4 wood, of course. And I don't know, that'd probably be okay, but... Oh, interesting. Montu goes for that food and a grain action with his first move. I guess if you need to take grain anyways at some point in the game, getting a food off of it seems pretty good. I'll take vegetable here. Now I start going towards my pumpkin trellis. So feed 4. Cowboy Mother is the end of each work phase, right? Yep. So get a cattle and breed. Doe Academy plays Fence Builder. Interesting. They didn't do it with a Guild Hall build. That's always sad. You always just want to be Guild Hall building every time if you can. Even if it's just like a cooking hearth upgrade or something. Who needs 15 fences? We'll see what occupation Gray plays. Montu going for the clay oven. So with Bricklayer, the clay oven is cheaper. I assume this will be on the Reno space. So he gets to save a couple clay while he does this. And so he can still eat with his pottery for a little bit. I wonder if he'll try to build any clay rooms. It's always the dream when you have Bricklayer. Yeah, hopefully the pace of the game can pick up a little bit, just because Doe Academy says he was tight on time, and I'm getting to the point where I will be. I got a soccer game at 10, so don't really care if I'm there early or not, but don't want to be late. Doe Academy plays Farmer. Almost got back. If Farmer had got back, I definitely would have leaned into Master Fencer. It's a little family growth here. We play Muddy Land. So now my second action can be plow 2 fields. If I plow 2 fields here, I still can vegetable sow start player. That's still available to me. Assuming that nobody else gets plows going. So I think key for me will be is my timing going to work out that I can get to a stone house? Because I don't have a lot of improvement points, so getting to a stone house will be very important. So that means I'll need like 4 stone, which pretty much I need. Ideally, I'd get a 4 stone action, which is very greedy. I don't think that's likely to come around, but if I could get a 4 stone action, that would be great. If I could feed with Zipper Maker, that would be fine, but Zipper Maker's a played card, so I don't necessarily want to go that route if I don't have to. Yeah, maybe I like Reno Pumpkin Trellis next round. That would be fine. I could have played Dinghy here. Dinghy for 5 food is kind of appealing. But it makes 5 wood available to one of my opponents, so not really interested in doing that. So yeah, plow should be the more contested space. So definitely plowing here. And Humble Farm Boy update, we are in the lead for Humble Farm Boy. And actually we're in the lead by quite a bit. So we're at 6, here's 8. We know Mendicant is coming, so minimum 9. There's 7 here for Montu. Montu does have a simple fireplace cooking hearth upgrade to do. So that doesn't increase their plate occupation counts. We haven't seen their first pick occupation yet. Gray's playing start player grain bag, I assume. So I wonder if that means Gray is going to build a room with their last action. And if they are, then building another room becomes more questionable for me. But the nice thing is, 3 of my opponents are already in clay houses, so I'm not like the renos that are going to need to happen at the end of the game. There's not as many as there sometimes is. Oh, here we go. Here's Monty's first pick occupation, Wolf. Good card. Very good card. Yeah, it does seem good. Don't mind baking your 1 clay so much with clay oven when you can take another clay. Or take another grain, sorry, and get an extra grain. The fact that Wolf gives you a second grain is actually, and a 4 is like pretty monstrous. Regret picking it. I don't know. What did he pass? He passed Farm Steward, maybe? Yeah, Montu passed Farm Steward, so probably Hill Bandit was Doe Academy's first pick. Wolf, yeah, Wolf is great. Three boar, yeah, 3 boar is really good. The clay can sometimes be a little awkward, but if you plan your game out reasonably, like usually if you're getting a bunch of stuff. This is interesting though that Gray is going to build it. Gray's going to first action family growth. So I could do something like take 2 cattle, which cattle is a bunch of food, but I don't know. I already have cattle. I don't think I need to take any more. The nice thing about taking more cattle would mean that I could heavy field plow even more, and maybe I should be thinking about. You know what? I laid out my farm badly. I cannot build 5. I cannot build 5 rooms and also fence 5 or do 5 pastures. Well, I guess I can if my pastures are awkward. Like I could do 5, 6, 7 down here. It is an option. It's not a great option, but it is an option. All right, let's see if anybody. Yeah, it should be fine. Does he need to sow? Does Gray need to sow? I think he's going to gamble on Montu activating his. I don't think he will sow with his second action. Put it this way. First action vegetable here. It absolutely should telegraph pumpkin trellis, but maybe saddest that he didn't get deliveryman to activate wolf. That's very true. That's very true, Lumen. But he gets 2 cattle here from me, which doesn't seem too bad. So if Gray is gambling that Montu will take a grain, then he doesn't need to bake himself. He can let Montu give him the bake action. And in fact, Doe Academy needs grain as well, although not immediately. And in fact, Gray did not first action build there. Huh. So Doe Academy, or not build, sorry, grow. Oh, of course. Did Doe Academy block start player? Or stable block? I missed that. That would make sense if Doe Academy stable blocked. They were talking about selfishly growing and stuff. Yeah, Doe Academy stable blocked. Okay. So yeah, Gray. That's why Gray didn't build a room. I wasn't paying attention. I should be paying more closer attention. I'm focusing so carefully on what I'm doing, to be honest. So I really hope Gray doesn't take a grain here. Come on, you don't need it. He's gonna build. Beautiful, beautiful. We take a peek at the play-by-play log, and it shows us building a room. So that means our sow action is now safe. And now we can play the least surprising pumpkin trellis ever. But the great thing is, it's pretty difficult to block because start player, major, minor, and Reno are all available to us. So I assume this is going to be Montu start player shipyard. Yeah. Montu wants to see family growth, although doesn't mind plow sow, assuming his last action is take a grain. That's what I would imagine it'll be. Doe Academy Family Growth Artist Garden. Artist Garden is a fantastic card. I wish it had come back to me. Unfortunately, I could not first pick it. Not allowed. I think we reno here. Actually, we have to reno. We don't have a choice. So 3 clay, 1 reed. Play pumpkin trellis. Save a wood for wood carver. And fence the other 9 fields. Or 9... I could do tighter, leave myself room for another... space for another room. But the room's diminishing returns, considering gray's going to family growth around 12. So the earliest I can grow is round 13. So, yeah. Save wood and fence 9. And then I can feed 6. Breed my cattle. Harvest my vegetables. This is looking pretty good. Good position. We're in a great position to take breeding pairs of animals. We're in a great position to... So we're going to do a cooking hearth upgrade at some point. Cooking hearth solves our feeding. Like, we eat a cattle and a vegetable for the rest of the game. And just as long as we keep sowing, like, there's no problem with us eating vegetables at all. And we only need 1 more plow action to get to 5 fields, and that plow action also gets us the resources to build another room, and then we can build a stable. When we build the room, it only costs us 1 wood, and then we can still build canoe and writing desk in the remaining 3 rounds. So like we still have uses for our wood carver. Though our wood carver has not done much. Didn't save us on the first room. Humble Farm Boy update. We're at 7. Montu's at 9. Gray is at minimum 11, assuming Mendicant. And Doe Academy's at 11 as well. So we can afford to play 1 more card for sure. So probably writing desk, maybe, or canoe, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Could be zipper maker. So I want to plow. I'll first action plow if it comes to me. Plow sow would be better, but plowing to build the room faster would be nice. We're happy with doing regular sow bake. Like, we don't need to be too greedy. Gray plays Occupation Merchant Plowman. So you turn a wood into a food in a field. And already built the joinery, so looking good. Yeah, so I do have to be aware, like, Gray's got a lot more points from Stone Oven, Joinery, 4 Stables. I'm going to let the Humble Farm Boy make up for that somewhat. Yeah, it'll be hard for him to hit as many fields as I have. That's for sure. He's got nice crops so far, but it'll be hard for him to hit all the fields that I'm at. Especially because all of them are doing fields 1 at a time, it looks like. As long as all of them are doing fields 1 at a time, then I should be fine. There should be plenty of pressure on the plow and field space. So Montu hits plow sow. Activated the wolf. As we imagined. Yeah, I feel pretty vindicated for my mistake in round five. I'm gonna be honest. I would not have thought of the cowboy and mother play if I had start player there, because I bet if I start player round five, I would just like not even think start player round six. Like I thought about the cowboy and mother supporting the heavy plow when I which would then support like go into the one plow for the pumpkin trellis. I did think about that in the draft, but I kind of had thrown away cowboy and mother as an option when I could second action build a room for the first room in round four. Wantu saying they think gray will win. Certainly gray's in a strong spot. The merchant plowman helps for sure. Yeah, getting 3 fields out of the merchant plowman is quite nice. But then also they still also need to cover their farm. Not that I really need wood, but maybe I think about taking wood just as a kind of a block action. Gray did what? Took the boar. So there's 4 wood available. So I could take 4 wood here, but I'm pretty sure it just takes plow 3 fields. Don't see any reason to do anything else. Montu saying he should have taken wood because it would have triggered his wolf. Yeah, because Doe Academy doesn't care about plow sow, but if they pass plow sow, then gray gets plow sow, which they're in a fantastic spot for it. But the gray might get start player back. Although Montu might start player here, that's possible. No, Montu taking wood. Alright. Probably going to build a couple stables. So rest of this round I can take... Probably I take grain. Take grain and then build the room. And leave my sow until next round. Also, there's a crazy amount of food on the board. What? I could play dinghy and get 7 food. Which, if I don't do a cooking hearth upgrade, might not be an awful idea. Yeah, Gray's fencing is tough. Like, Gray needs good resource actions here. Okay, start player. Gray's definitely going to plow sow. Oh, I wish I could get family growth even without room, but I'm sure Gray will respond by doing it themselves. Let's build a stable. Pretty sure the take 1 grain action is coming back either way. I need to get stone here as well, so maybe I should take 2 stone instead of taking a grain. Because I don't really care about sowing next round. I really want to sow in round 14. Although I don't really care about sowing in round 14 if I only have one grain. Like, taking grain is only really worth more than 1 point if I sow in round 13 and 14. Yeah, maybe I should take 2 stone here. Because it might be that getting to stone is one of the things that determines who wins. Because Gray has 2 stone on their farm. Certainly wants to get to a stone house with 4 rooms and a reed on their board already. Doe Academy will probably go to stone if they get a 3 stone action. So then it'd be Montu wanting to get to stone, but Montu doesn't really have the actions to do it. And they'll do again. Montu will do it if he gets a 3 stone action. But if I use 2 actions, get 2 stone, 2 stone, then it should come around to, is 2 stone enough? What happens if I take 2 stone and Doe Academy takes 3 stone or takes 2 stone themselves? Okay, Gray just played Brewery. Brewery is a good card, but it means that Gray can no longer just take stone once to get to a stone house. So I think I take 2 stone here. Yeah, it might not matter in the grand scheme of things, but this seems okay. There's no way that at the end of next round, these fishing and traveling players are still available. No way. Like, Doe Academy, I guess Doe Academy can eat his boar, but he'd rather keep his boar and get points. I definitely would like a cooking hearth upgrade, although the 2 clay fireplace. No, this is not the 2 clay fireplace. This is the 3 clay fireplace. I have the 2 clay fireplace, of course. I built it in round 3. Doe Academy plays Occupation Mailman. This is interesting. Also, the fact that Mailman came out after Wolf is kind of sad, because Montu would have been interested in triggering his Wolf in any way possible. Let's see what Doe Academy puts out. I would be interested in grabbing the stone and the reed. Getting the reed gives me the option of Basket Maker's Workshop. Getting the clay gives me the option of buying the fireplace for an extra point rather than upgrading. Monty gets triggered in enough ways, yeah. I mean, he likes to win. Who doesn't like to win, right? Okay, 9:15. We gotta pick this up a little bit. Okay, read on start player, wood, stone, clay on so bake. Whoa. What do I do here? I'm pretty sure I want family growth with room. Montu reactions are priceless and he knows it. I think I take 3 stone here, actually. I can family growth with room. I don't need family growth without room. I think 3 stone is the action. Yeah. With that move, it seems like my Reno in round 14 should be secure. Or else I Reno this round. Reno Cooking Hearth this round. I guess I do need the food, so that seems to make sense. Although, if I could play... Maybe I play Family Growth Dingy with my next action. Who has the joinery? Gray has the joinery? It would give Gray a lot of points if I did that, so I probably shouldn't. Although, Dough Academy might take the wood. I don't really want to introduce that much wood into the game. It's kind of unfair of me to do that. I would put a lot more wood into the game. Put 8 wood. That'd be a little excessive. Dough Academy needs wood, yeah, but Dough Academy really wants to take probably 2 wood and a stone here, and then 3 wood and fence next round. The other thing Dough Academy only needs 4 more wood as far as I can tell. Although they do have the pear peeler, so if they can leave wood behind, that's appealing to them as well. I guess the other thing is Dingy, the wood is not available until round 14. So if Gray fences here, then I would be giving the wood to Dough Academy. But Dough Academy, I guess they could trigger their pear peeler and get enough wood to fence with 1 action. I'm not sure about this move. If I do this and Gray start players and then takes 8 wood, that's got to be pretty bad, right? Okay, pretty sure my Reno upgrade is safe, and I don't want to Reno any earlier, because if I Reno any earlier, then that is sad. I still want to take boar. There's a chance I get 2 boar next round. Yeah, I don't lose that many points by fishing here. Montu builds 4 stables. Oh, 1 stable's free from Sawhorse, of course. Right. Yeah, right now what's saving us is the fact that Gray doesn't have room to take these 2 cattle. I mean, he can still take them and not breed them. Because you're in the great spot where you can take 2 cattle, breed the cattle and not the boar, and then breed both in the last round for a bunch of points. Dough Academy, I assume this is start player basket. Just as long as they don't pass plow sow. If they pass plow sow, that would be not good. Upholsters the basket, sure. Montu recognizing he's only getting one more field at best. Gray gets their field, so I really hope that the two cattle don't come all the way back to him. I'll be sad if that's the case. We'll play. I mean, they're all points, so just as long as I don't lose out on Humble Farm Boy, that's the only thing that matters. So I'll play a free writing desk here. Free, and then feed 7. Breed cattle, harvest vegetable. Yeah, I mean, Montu could use the food, so 2 cattle are 6 food. I mean, 7 food traveling players is even better, but denying your opponents has value for sure. Doe Academy might take the cattle as well. So hoping that one of those two things happens. But I mean, even if Gray gets 2 sheep is a 3-point action, assuming you grow them twice, breed them twice. So Montu went for the sheep. Yeah, it makes sense. Sheep are more point. Sheep are 3 points, which cattle were not. Cattle was maybe only 1 point. So I hope Doe Academy takes the cattle here. I hope. Come on. Come on. Yes, good. Okay, so then now I'm hoping that 2 board comes back to me. There's a pretty good chance Doe Academy and Gray are not interested in them unless they eat them. So I want to pick up Boar as a 3-point move, Family Growth is a 3-point move, and Grain is a 2-point move. And then probably something to do with food will be relevant. Very likely. Taking some kind of food will be some points. I'm in the position where I don't think Montu's winning, so probably I can give him 3 points from Humble Farm Boy, and because I think my biggest opponent is Gray. I think that's very likely the case. Doe Academy saying they assume they can't use basket. They can't leave 2 wood for basket and pear peeler, which is correct. Yeah, I don't know why that ruling was made, but it's very clearly stated in the compendium. Montu says it's above power 0.3 because Montu said a power floor of 0.3. Oh, he ate a vegetable which he immediately got back with bathroom. That's fun. I haven't seen bathroom played in a while, so that's fun. Yeah, the turns are slowing down even more. Gray is over 32 seconds now per turn, unfortunately. I mean, Gray and Montu are pretty similar. They're actually both at 32.7 average turn time, which is a little on the high side. My Reno is totally safe in this last round, which is nice. Like, I don't see... I guess Doe Academy can take 2 stone to be able to Reno. I think I would have a chance if I had arranged my farm better and could maybe go for Stonehouse Extension here. Like, if I could pull off Stonehouse Extension, then I would be way more optimistic about my chances to win. Like, if I could Reno Stonehouse Extension and then Family Growth Canoe, like, that would be quite nice. That would be quite nice. That would be a ton of points with 2 actions. But, don't think that'll be the case. Doe Academy does plow so first move. Let's see what Gray does. I'm interested. Gray plays Horseman. Oh, nice. Yeah, this card is fun. I like it when this card is in the game. I like it when people can make it work. It does, like, cool stuff. I guess we'll take the boar. Boar might come back. Family Growth, there's no way it comes back. Boar might come back. I can eat 2 cattle for 1 point and another 3 food, so my feeding is fine. Three for the Humble Farm Boy, 1 for the Pumpkin Trellis. Only way I lose, there's no way for me to lose Humble Farm Boy. Unless I go up to 9 and then Montu plays Madonna Statue. But I did not pass Madonna Statue. I would have taken Madonna Statue in this game. With Humble Farm Boy, definitely would have taken it. Returned my Muddy Lands and my Heavy Plow. I guess I can look at the scores. Montu sitting at 33. I'm ahead of that. Yeah, by like a bit. And I also have the Reno points, so I'm ahead of Montu by a lot. Gray's sitting at 30 with no points from the brewery, no points from Grain Bag. And also 2 beggars. We've got to remember that. Those beggars are going to go away. So 36. So Gray and I are close right now, actually. And I have the Reno action still, so I might beat Gray. So I'm definitely playing against Gray here. Yeah, I don't think I have to worry about Doe Academy. Although Doe Academy showing 27, 3-point upholstery, plus 6, so 33, not bad. They're just, their farm's a little too empty. I think that's the issue they have. And they're, yeah. Montu, friend. What are you thinking about? Probably calculating who's winning between Gray and I and then deciding who to attack based on that. 2-point vegetable, that's sad. Yeah, sad game for Montu. Certainly got hurt by Doe Academy in round 1, in stage 1, that's for sure. Doe Academy wanted to get their upholstery syrup tap out. I think maybe the problem with Doe Academy, don't worry about your upholstery. The thing is, Doe Academy last action start player in round 1, so you can't complain about that move. And then syrup tap, I think playing syrup tap is fine. Getting syrup tap out so that you can activate in round 3 seems good. Seems really important. Doe Academy fencing 4 and getting a cattle. Yeah, makes sense. So then Gray should pass me 2 boar. They might take the boar, but they're not worth any food to them. They're only worth points. So I think we might see Gray take grain, hoping to sow bake. Because nobody else is going to take grain at this point. Actually, I might. I guess I might. Oh yeah, I don't have any grain. Whoops. Hope no one plays constable. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, because now then I can take traveling players for 1 point, and I can play canoe for a point, or I can build. You know what? I'll build another stable for a point. And actually, taking 4 wood and building a stable would be worth more points than that. So I'll do it. I'll do that. 4 wood and then build 3 stables. That's fine. That's as many points as I would get out of taking grain and then playing canoe or building a stable. I wonder if the clay is relevant. Gray saying that sucks that Montu is going on the so bake when there's 8 food available. Doe Academy using the 4 wood space is a green vegetable space. I forgot about that. So I'm gonna Reno cooking hearth with my last action. I guess I could take clay here for 1 point, but I think taking the cattle is taking the cattle a point. No, I still need to eat a point even if I take cattle here. So taking cattle is not worth anything. So then I should take the clay. No, clay is not worth a point either because I could just play canoe and tie. So what's worth a point here? I guess the stable's worth a point. Save wood. And then my last action is Reno and oh no, I can't play cooking hearth now because I spent my one stable. What am I doing? I'm not. This is yeah. Reno cooking hearth upgrade doesn't do anything for me now. It's not worth any points because I still have to eat 2 cattle. Yeah, I think that action was probably not worth anything anyways. Either way, I had a 0-point action remaining, so I guess playing football player was 1 point. But if I play football player, then I can't play canoe and I can't build another fireplace. So, because if I did, then I would go ahead of Montu. Yeah. Yeah, I just ran out of points at the end of the game here, unfortunately. Was Constable in the draft? Nope. And no one will play Constable. Like, only Gray would play Constable, and we know Gray's last occupation is Mendicant. Doe Academy plays Paintbrush. You're limited by your number of rooms. Honestly, playing the paintbrush is still the correct play because I'm going to give you a clay and a food. But 1 cattle is fine. Was there a way for me to get the Basket Maker's Workshop in this round? Not after Family Growth, I don't think. Yeah, we knew that Mendicant was coming. No questions about that. So then he gets to get a bit more points with with his other thing. Yeah, unfortunately, not able to do any points with this move. So I'll just upgrade the cooking hearth. Oh, I should actually reno, you know, that thing that I wanted to do. Gives Doe Academy a clay and a food, but I don't think it matters. So feeding, eat two cattle. 2A, 1 food. Yeah, Doe Academy saying it would have been the same. Yep. So -1, breed that, and my final score +4. So I don't know if it's enough to win, but we will see. So I score 44, or 48, sorry. Wow, I beat Gray by 3. I'm surprised by that. I have a feeling Gray didn't count his brewery properly. Oh, maybe 42 plus 3. Brewery's worth 2 points. Okay, yeah. I guess Montu might have King Made. Yeah. Yeah. Gray saying Montu King Made with that last move. So what does he do there? He prevents Gray from baking and also sowing his 2 grain. So if he sows 2 grain, he gets the 9, and then he bakes 2, which gets him 8 food, which is the same as traveling players. So yeah, Montu, it's a 3 point, and then 1 extra point from vegetable. I assume he took vegetable before he would have so baked. I guess I could have sown as well. Maybe I should sow as a block action. Which move did he use? Montu used his second move when I took boar. Yeah, I didn't see that sow bake. That was probably a winning move, but I won thanks to Gray because Montu start player there. When did Gray take the vegetable, get the extra vegetable? Did Gray do it at the end of the game? No, Gray already had the vegetable. Yeah, so it's just like a... When does Montu sow bake? After Gray takes grain. So maybe I should have taken, instead of taking the boar, maybe I should sow bake there, and then sow my 4 vegetables, which gets me 8 food. Maybe I should have done that instead of taking the boar. But then the boars are a 3-point move, so then I'm opening myself up to not getting the boar a second time. I don't know. I wonder about that. So guys, tell me what would have happened if I take sow bake second action instead of taking the boar. What happens? Does Montu then take the boar? Anyways, I gotta run. Why am I sitting here talking about this? I gotta run. What does Montu hit? 38. Doe Academy 41, 45 for Gray, 48 for me. Yeah. So yeah, I just barely won here. So I'll upload this to YouTube later, but I gotta run. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. And I'll stream on the weekend, I think. So I'll see you then.